My name's Tom. I'm a director, producer, responsible for these movies. And today, I'm driving a truck. Tires is good. Liftgate work. Woo! Horn work. 3 big questions everybody always wants to ask when it comes to directing or the film industry are, should I go to film school? Should I ever work for free? And if I want to be a director, is it worth it to work multiple crew positions? So today, we're talking about, is it worth it to work all the different positions on set?
Real quick disclaimer, in my opinion, if you want to direct anything, the best experience is just getting out there and making things. Short films, commercials, feature films, Instagram posts, whatever. You have to be making things, getting them in front of people, seeing how they respond. Back to the video. The first reason to work on set and work multiple positions is experience. If you want to direct big commercials, big movies, work with a huge crew, anything like that, you need to know how to act on set. Making yourself available, starting at the bottom as a PA, or starting in the art department, or driving a truck. This is gonna give you experience. You're gonna be on set, you're gonna be around crews, you're gonna see how things happen, and it's gonna be awesome. So, reason number 1, experience. My second reason for working multiple positions on set builds off of the first one, right? This builds off of experience. Reason number 2 is you understand all of the roles in production. When I was interested in film, when I was in high school, and I was trying to learn everything I could about being on set, about working on movies, and you'd see all these crew positions. You'd see lead man, best boy, coordinator, production supervisor, script supervisor. You'd see all these departments, and I had no idea what any of them did. When I first moved to California and I was just jumping onto any project I could and working various departments, I was very quickly able to get a better understanding of what all of these departments did, what everyone's job was. So reason number 2, getting experience working all of the different roles gives you that clear understanding of what different departments do and helps you communicate effectively with them. I've seen a tremendous benefit of this on my own movies. There's been times when I've been trying to shoot a scene and the sun's going down and you got 5 shots you want to get and you're only shooting 2. It's a David Fincher quote. Didn't say that on my own. You're running out of time, resources are limited, and you're trying to make the best decision to get the shots you need to tell your story. If you have an understanding of what these departments do, you could better move things along. Reason number 3, logistical insight. Working as a director or as a producer, it's as much technical and logistical as it is creative. Trying to pull together a film is like orchestrating 100 different minds and getting them to all understand the vision at the same time. So working all of these different departments, you get to see a little bit of the insights of what it takes for your setup, how long it takes for you to load in, how long it takes for you to load out if you have to change locations, what it means if there's going to be a company move. If you're a director and you're thinking to yourself, oh, I'm gonna shoot a scene in this bedroom, and then I'm gonna jump outside to the front yard, and then we're gonna jump down the street and get this clip at Johnny's house. To know what it means for each department, to understand the logistics of what it's going to take to move all of those people and to move all those resources is huge. One of the best ways to understand this is actually being in those departments. So reason number 3, logistics. Understand what's going on so you can get the best out of each setup, each day, and plan accordingly for making your movie. Reason number 4, meeting people. Being a director is a lonely, lonely job. Most of the time, you're at home writing something, or you're reading scripts, or you're pitching commercial treatments, and you're trying to find that next job, you're trying to come up with that creative idea, and you're not out there interacting with different crew members and working with people. Getting on set in different positions allows for you to meet crew. There's been so many times where I've been putting together a project and I want to shoot something, I want to make a small project, I want to make a big project, whatever, and I'm thinking to myself, do I know a script supervisor? Do I know someone who could do costumes? Do I have someone to do wardrobe? Do I have someone to come out and key grip this film? Getting on set, you can look back and remember, oh yeah, that one time I worked in the camera department with James. He was amazing. He's now doing Steadicam stuff. I can hit him up. You can get those people to kind of rally around what you're doing. When you're on set, you're meeting people, you're pitching projects. A lot of people are working in a department hoping to get somewhere else. You'll find people that are working in the script department that are trying to get to be directors. You're finding people that are working in the wardrobe department that want to be production designers. People on set love telling stories, they love making films. So meeting people, sharing your story, sharing what you're passionate about, sharing what you're working on, gives you the ability to meet them and then later collaborate on projects. It's the best way to get out there. There's definitely some camaraderie that comes along with being on a set for 14 hours a day, for 10, 20, 15, whatever amount of days straight, that you have a bond when you go to a project and you ask them to be a part of your film, that there's already that familiarity and there's already that sense of we've accomplished something together. So the number 4 reason for working multiple positions on set is meeting people, allowing you to meet and interact with other crew members that you can down the line have them work on your films and you can work on theirs and vice versa. So get out there, work on set, and meet people. Oh my word, yes, that looks a bit too blown out. 1, 2, 3, 4, click the exposure. Reason number 5, not gonna sugarcoat it, money. Working multiple positions on sets allows you to get out there and make a living while your dreams are coming true. For 2 years prior to this pandemic, I was out there directing a bunch, getting on set for commercials, made another movie. Business was booming, so to speak. But during the pandemic, things definitely slowed down, and having the ability to pivot, do some different things on set, allowed for me to get back out there, get me and my wife some money to be eating, paying our rent, things like that. When you're trying to make your way up in the film industry, when you're trying to figure out how to get your project off the ground, how to make your feature debut, how to make your first commercial, whatever it is, your music video, short film, anything like that, to be on set, to be getting paid a little bit of money, to be meeting people, to be gaining experience, to me, that's the best thing. I understand that there's this balance because if you're working on other people's projects, you're working on movies and things like that that are 12, 14-hour days, there's not a lot of energy for you to get back and to be working on your own stuff. You're gonna have to find that balance of how many different days you're working random crew positions and how much time you're spending focusing solely on your own work. But to be able to make money being around the film and entertainment industry is one of my favorite things ever. Another reason that's an honorable mention to work on set in different positions is you get to observe directors. This week, I'm on a job with a pretty big celebrity director, some A-list talent. So to get to be there off set and just watching from a distance what's going on, how he gives direction, how he interacts with the crew, see things that I really love about his filmmaking style, see things that I'm like, oh, I would have done that differently. There's no better education that you could get. You could watch all the videos in the world, but to get to be on set, a fly on the wall, watching someone work who's a master at their craft is amazing. Those opportunities for me are few and far between where I get to work on a project with an A-list director and watch them work, but anytime it pops up and I can have the ability to work on that thing in any role, I'm gonna do it. When I first moved to California, it was to work on an indie film. I was living in Ohio, I got this message on MySpace to come out to California to work as a camera PA, and I was just bringing the camera department lenses. Eventually I made it up as a second AC, and I was swapping lenses with the first AC, and I learned so much from that director and DP because you would be there and they'd say, hey, let's put the 18 prime on, and you put the 18 prime on, and they would line up the shot. You say, you know what, this is more like a 24. They'd swap the 18 out, put the 24 on, move the camera, and then you'd think, hey, you know what, this shot looks a little bit better over here, or this shot looks a little bit better over there. But getting to be in the camera department and getting to be close, during all of the blocking rehearsals, I was right there next to the director, next to the DP, next to the actors, putting marks on the ground, seeing where the actors were gonna move, seeing how a scene came together. That was a process I did. I went to film school, but getting that first experience on a movie in the camera department, seeing how the scene was blocked, seeing where the camera was positioned in relation to the actors, seeing what lenses were used to achieve what types of shot, that experience was invaluable, and I used all of that well into my first couple movies, into my first films, at film school, shorts, music videos, commercials, whatever. So that's it. That's my first 5.5, 6 reasons, maybe, I don't know, to work on set in different positions. What do you think? Is it valuable? In the meantime, have a nice time. I'm gonna drive this truck home. I'm gonna get home safe, and then I'm gonna direct a movie one day again soon. All right, bye.